Good day everyone, especially to our respected supervisor and coordinator. My name is Jing. Today I will present my research report titled The Impact of Financial Literacy on the Saving Behavior Among University Undergraduates. This study investigates how different dimensions of financial literacy influence the saving practices of university students in Malaysia, aiming to provide both theoretical contribution and practical recommendation. To begin, let us look at the background and problem statement. Financial literacy is widely recognized as an essential life skill, defined not only as financial knowledge, but also encompassing attitude, practical skill, self-efficacy, and the influence of one's social environment. University undergraduates represent a pivotal demographic, as this is the transitional period where individuals begin to manage finance independently and establish long-term habits that determine future financial well-being. However, despite its importance, current literature highlights several gaps. First, while many studies confirm a positive link between literacy and saving, most treat financial literacy as a single construct, rather than examining its multidimensional nature. Consequently, we do not yet fully understand which specific components drive behavior. Second, empirical evidence indicates a persistent knowledge-behavior gap. Students may possess financial knowledge or positive attitude, yet fail to translate those into actual saving behavior. Third, there is limited research contextualized specifically within Malaysia, where economic constraints, cultural norms, and digital exposure differ significantly from Western contexts. This study addresses this gap by decomposing financial literacy and examining its impact among Malaysian undergraduates. To address this issue, the study set 6 research objectives. First, to examine the impact of financial knowledge on saving behavior. Second, to assess the influence of financial attitude. Third, to determine the effect of financial skill. Fourth, to explore the impact of social influence. Fifth, to analyze the relationship between financial self-efficacy and saving behavior. And finally, to evaluate the overall explanatory power of financial literacy as a comprehensive construct. The central research question guiding this investigation is, to what extent do the dimension of financial literacy, namely knowledge, attitude, skills, social influence, and self-efficacy, significantly influence the saving behavior of university undergraduates in Malaysia? This research is theoretically grounded in 4 established frameworks, providing a robust foundation for analysis. First, the life cycle hypothesis, which posits that individuals save to smooth consumption over their lifespan. Second, the theory of planned behavior, which explains how attitude, social norms, and perceived control shape behavior, intention, and action. Third, social learning theory, which highlights that financial habits are acquired through observation, modeling, and social interaction. And fourth, human capital theory, which views financial knowledge and skill as valuable forms of investment capital. Integrating these theories, I developed 5 hypotheses proposing that all 5 dimensions of financial literacy will exhibit a positive relationship with saving behavior. These hypotheses were then subjected to empirical testing. Moving to the methodology, this study adopted a quantitative cross-sectional research design within a positive paradigm suitable for testing causal relationship between variables. The population comprised undergraduate students from Malaysia University. Using non-probability purposive sampling, valid respondents were collected from 175 participants via an online questionnaire distributed through social media platforms including WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook. All items were adapted from established studies to ensure content validity, measured by a 5-point Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Data analysis was performed using IBM SPSS, involving descriptive analysis, reliability tests via constraint alpha, correlation analysis, and most importantly, multiple regression analysis to test the proposed model and hypothesis. Turning now to the findings. Descriptive statistics revealed that respondents generally demonstrate high level across all variables, which means score ranging between 4.48 and 4.59. This indicates that on average, students report having good financial knowledge, positive attitudes, adequate skill, strong social influence, high self-efficacy, and consistent saving practices. Correlation analysis further confirms that All dimensions are positively and significantly associated with saving behavior. Notably, the strongest correlation were observed for social influence R equal to 0.91, followed closely by financial self-efficacy R equal to 0.90, and financial skill R equal to 0.88. This preliminary result suggested that social and psychological factors may be more powerful than cognitive knowledge alone. Regression analysts provide the definitive answer to our hypothesis. First, the model demonstrates excellent fit, with an R-squared value of 0.879, meaning that 87.9% of the variance in saving behavior is explained by the 5 predictors included. This confirms that the chosen dimension capture the vast majority of the factors driving saving habits. Examining individual predictors. Hypothesis 1. Financial knowledge not supported. Knowledge alone does not significantly predict behavior when other factors are present. Hypothesis 2. Financial attitudes not supported. Positive intention do not automatically translate into action, confirming the attitude-behavior gap. Hypothesis 3. Financial skill supported. Practical ability is a significant driver. Hypothesis 4. Social influence supported. This emerged as the stronger predictors, validating social learning theories. Hypothesis 5. Financial self-efficacy supported. Confidence and self-belief are essential to action. This result clearly indicates that what you do know or believe matter far less than what you can do, who surrounds you, and how confident you feel. This finding offers meaningful theoretical and practical insight. The dominance of social influence strongly validates social learning theories and the subjective norms component of the theory of planar behavior. For Malaysian undergraduates, family and peer examples appear to be the primary socialization agent for financial behavior. The significance of financial skill and self-efficacy highlights that behavior is driven by capacity and confidence aligned with the concept of perceived behavior control. Meanwhile, the non-significance of knowledge and attitudes confirms that financial literacy is not merely cognitive. Possessing information or positive view is necessary but insufficient. Without the environment and the confidence to act, behavior does not change. These results are consistent with recent literature suggesting that financial education must move beyond information provision to include behavior and social components. Based on this conclusion, I propose several key recommendations. For university and educators, curricula should shift from theoretical lecture to experiential learning, focusing on skill building, confidence enhancement, and creating peer support network. Financial education must be behavior and not just informative. For parents and families, recognize your role as the primary influence. Modeling good financial habits and involving children in money management is far more effective than formal teaching alone. For policymakers and financial institutions, design campaigns and products that leverage social norms and simplify practical application. Promote saving as a shared, social valued behavior. For future researchers, I recommend longitudinal design to track habits formation over time and qualitative approach to further explore why the knowledge-behavior gap persists in the Malaysia context. This study redefines our understanding of financial literacy among university undergrads. It demonstrates that while financial literacy overall has a strong positive impact on the saving behavior, its components differ vastly in importance. Social influence, confidence, and practical skill are the critical drivers, whereas knowledge and attitudes alone are insufficient. The ultimate conclusion is to foster saving behavior among young adults, we need a holistic approach that combines capability, psychology, and social support. This research combines empirical evidence to the body of knowledge and provide actionable direction to build a financial resilient young generation in Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.